Hey, I'm Dan Foulds.
Hey, and I'm Brandon Bain.
Hey, look, this is Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing.
Grubbin' is tasting.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We hope you hang around for a few minutes. If you've only got a few seconds, this is a NASCAR show. There's no NASCAR going on right now, but we're going to still talk about NASCAR. And if you can't stick around now, come back later. Big. This is my friend Brandon Bain, a.k.a. Big. And Big was out of the net last week. Big, it is wonderful to have you back.
Yeah, man, thanks. I'm glad to be back, man. I'm ready to get rocking and rolling tonight.
We want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And a Happy New Year.
That is it, man.
So I'm glad you're healthy again.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, like I said, nothing crazy. I just had kidney stones. I've been dealing with them for on and off for like 18 months. So finally it was time to go ahead and bite the bullet and get it knocked out. And you know, Lindsay, my wife, kind of taught me into it. I was hesitant, as always, man. I don't really like going under and all that, and this and that, and yada, yada. But, yeah, back to 100%. First time I've been 100% in like 18 months. So next year's Rubbin' and Grubbin' should be even more interesting than what this year's was. You know, I kind of keep.
It's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah, I kind of keep the beer count up here. You know, like if you ever notice on those rougher shows that I'm having, you know, there's at least 3 or 4 up here on top of what I've gotten into before. But yeah, I think in 2021 I'm gonna set the goal for my half of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. I'm going to try in an hour episode to at least leave 6 up here one time.
There you go.
We're going to make it through 6.
We're starting a new segment. Actually, this is our second week of this. And you weren't here for this.
Okay.
It's the Rubbin' and Grubbin' Word of the Day. If you are over 21 years of age, play along and take a shot or a sip of your favorite over 21 beverage. When you hear one of us say it, thing is, we don't know what the word is.
Okay.
Tonight's word of the day is, and it'll be right up above our head here shortly.
I like it.
When you hear it, cheers. There is no race right now, but there's a lot of race news happening. There's a lot of moving and shaking and people moving around and getting prepared for the next season. We are only 52 days away from the green flag dropping for the Daytona 500.
It's going to be that time before you know it. It's not long at all. You start hearing a little bit more about, you know, weeks coming up and guys doing this and doing that. And yeah, man, it's going to be a wild year.
Drivers, start your engines. That's it, baby. 52 days. Before we get too far into this, one of my favorite guys, I mean, I love this guy. I think he's cool as a cucumber. Martin Truex Jr. And his lady, Sherry Pollux, they announced that Sherry's cancer has returned. Now, you know, the year that Martin won the championship, she was dealing with that.
Yeah.
And that boy stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
And he said, baby, you deal with cancer and I'll go win a damn championship.
Yeah.
Well, it's back for her. She had surgery last week and she's starting treatments again. So let's keep her in our prayers.
Yeah, man, definitely.
She has kicked cancer's ass once, and she can do it again. Sherry, God bless you. God bless you. Martin Truex Jr., God bless you. I'm a retired medevac pilot. I know exactly what's going on here. I mean, I don't have cancer, and I've never experienced it, but I have carried people with cancer, and I feel for you, and I hope and I pray that you beat the shit out of that terrible disease. Yes. On Monday, JD Motorsports announced that Jeffrey Earnhardt will return to the team to drive their number 0 Chevrolet car for the full 2021 NASCAR Xfinity Series. Earnhardt, the grandson of NASCAR Hall of Famer Dale Earnhardt and son of former NASCAR veteran Kerry Earnhardt, he ran 29 out of 33 races for a team last year, after being slated to run only a handful. So obviously this kid's doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a few good runs in some Xfinity cars. Yeah, he's been running really good and not quite finished some of those races, but he has had some good runs in the car. And obviously with a last name like Earnhardt, I mean, it just kind of goes hand in hand with the sport. I don't really think, you know, Dale Jr., Dale Sr., it could be, you know, whoever Earnhardt. As long as you hear Earnhardt, it's you know, kind of relates to it. But you know, I mean, it's a seat, and it's a way to get his name out there, and it's a way to build his talent and sharpen his sword and get his craft better at what he loves to do. So, Maybe he makes a giant leap this year. Maybe runs good, has a better run. Who knows? We gotta wait and see, man. But his butt's in a seat, so that's what matters.
There's a lot of people that are very willing to say, well, that guy only got that gig because of his name. And I'm going to tell you, this is my thoughts on that. Your name being Earnhardt or your name being Austin Dillon might get you, in the door, might get you a ride, might get you to start. But if you suck, and there's the swear bucket.
You suck.
You suck, and you're going to be out.
Yeah.
So, God bless a guy that gets a break. Everybody's looking for a break. After that, it's on you. And apparently this kid has got some skills.
Yeah, if it's not that, it's your talent. It doesn't have anything to do with your last name at that point. Maybe you got
to be good.
Maybe you're even scrutinized even heavier because of what your last name is. If
everybody
you come out and don't
expects you to be an Earnhardt,
everybody, the weight of the world's on you. So.
Yeah, no kidding. So Carl Long with MBM Motorsports announced that Timmy Hill, that's Lawrence's favorite driver, Mr. Timmy Hill. We loved watching you race on the iRacing. We love the fact that you actually responded to the producer of this show, Lawrence Bennett, and communicate with him. Lawrence Bennett loves you, Timmy Hill, and I think you're cool. I think that you won that when you won that iRace with your tabletop freaking setup and everything, and beat all those guys with those $40,000 rigs. That was cool as hell. You're going to run full-time in the Ford Xfinity Cup 66 car, and you're going to run for a title in 2021. Timmy's going to split the Cup car rides with Chad Fincham. MBM also announced that they were looking for a driver from one of their Xfinity Toyota cars. You want to go race a car?
It'd be interesting. I got to wreck it. I don't know how long I'm going to be racing it for, but I'd at least make it down the front stretch, man. I don't know about the rest of it.
People used to ask me about flying a helicopter.
I give her a whirl.
All the times I would say, is it hard to fly a helicopter? And I say, look, it's not hard for me. And I guarantee you can crank it up and you can take off. Right. I don't know if you can land it up. You get it in the air,
Right.
Carl peeled back some of the mysteries of driving in a pay-to-play car. If you have a cool $625,000,
there you go.
He'll put you in a full-time ride 2021.
Big!
Go. We only need 621. Anybody? If you got the 600, I'll do the 21.
A nickel at a time, man. A nickel at a time.
Tony Stewart, despite all that he's driven and all that he's accomplished in 49 years, had never been down a drag strip. But a romantic relationship with a NHRA top fuel star and lifelong drag racer who's also smoking hot, named Leah Pruitt, that changed all that. Stewart and Pruitt visited Florida's Bradenton Motorsports Park for Stewart to try his hand at a whole new genre of racing competition. Stewart piloted both a Super Comp style dragster and later a blown alcohol top dragster, and he has taken a page from legends like Mario Andretti and AJ Foyt, who raced everything. If it had wheels, they drove it. They did all kinds of things over their careers. Listen, I think Tony Stewart's he's turned it into a sport in his old age.
Yeah,
he's getting to be a more and more racing, cool, it's more personable.
Yeah, it's a connoisseur of racing, man. I mean, he loves to race. There again, you just said it. The guys you name love to race. I mean,
yep.
Open wheel, NASCAR, dirt cars, new racing series they got coming out, drag cars.
You ever been to a drag race?
No, I've never been to a professional drag race, like actual big boy NHRA event, which I would love to. I would absolutely love to, but
let me just tell you.
Yeah.
One of the last things I did as a medevac pilot was go sit standby at a place called Commerce, Georgia, which is up near Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I sat there with my little A-Star helicopter in case a dragster crashed. And I was kind of sitting up over the hill from the track. That's where the helicopter landing area was. And all day long, I'm listening to these cars that are going, whoa, whoa. And I think they're doing 1/8 of a mile. It's not very long. It's really quick. And then as the sun went down and it got to be dark, now we're kind of in a canyon and we're surrounded by hills. And the freaking dragons came out. Because when they get into that freaking final event, Jesus criminy!
Yeah.
I mean, it is so freaking loud. And the sound just echoes off the hill.
Right.
And you're going like, what just happened?
Yeah, I've never been. I watch it on TV. It'd be cool, man. It is
cool. It is definitely cool. But the thing is, it's over in like, 3 seconds or something.
That's it, man.
Really quick. Really quick. But anyway, good job for Tony Stewart for doing that. Mr. Ed Clark retired this season after 25 years as president of the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Your place.
Yeah, man, we're going to see. We're going to see what kind of new things start rolling now, man. But like I said, it's one of my favorite places. Famous staple in the sport. Got to keep it. Got to get
You're a super fan.
Get some more. Oh, I am, man. Hey, man.
If you haven't seen the picture of Big on top of the RV, you will, because Lawrence is going to put it in the video now. Lawrence, right now.
And let me tell you, on top of that, I didn't even get to go see it in 2020. So I better get to go see it in 2021 because it's going to get extremely real. And if I don't make it in 2021, one of those two races, when I do go back, oh man, I'm telling you.
Mr. Clark, I commend you. I'm old. I'm retired. And you did 25 years. You were the president of that place, so I know you did a lot of wheeling and dealing. I've worked at your racetrack several times with airline. Sitting by your infield hospital, you have a spectacular operation going on there. It was so I wish you the best. If you want to stay young forever, get busy.
Man, let me tell you, that man right there being the president of that Motor Speedway for 25 years is getting ready to go live his dream out for this last 20 plus he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruton's balling out of control. I think he's worth like $6 billion. I'm sure Ed Clark got a nice little pretty penny somewhere real tropical. Probably really young and do his thing, probably, so kudos to Ed.
So what he got was, that award was named for pioneering driver Lewis Buddy Schumann Award, and it recognizes individuals and organizations whose efforts and contributions helped advance the sport of stock car racing. I love stock car racing.
Just from the time I've watched it at that track, man, they've done so many things, from going from the old oval to the no bull, and it was Winston Cup. I mean, cigarette, simulators and for the fans and fall there, and the ticket prices being expensive at one point, hottest show in town to nothing. But they've always made it work. I will say they've always done it in Atlanta. There's always something to do for the kids. I mean, from this big to do. A little kid, they used to have like a little, 64 scale big. You could remote control, like hitting lug nuts with an air gun, to now you go outside the track and there's a whole family. And they have paid games and just, slides and bouncy for doing that, man, because that's something I'll never forget as a kid. Some of my greatest memories and funnest times have been held there, whether it's like a little mini vacation for 3-4 days, but it's always fun. I mean, my wife, last time we went, they had the Ferris wheel, which is just cool as hell. It's on the top of the terrace and right at the exit of turn 2. You go out the track, go up there, and you can ride on a Ferris wheel, man, for free. You just hop on and go check it out. And, just a lot of cool things for fans and kids, man. So enjoy your retirement, brother.
Mr. Clark, if you decide to come to Savannah, Georgia, I can tell you that your land and sea tour are on me. I got a friend that does land tours. I do boat tours. Come to check out Savannah. We'll show you a good time.
I'm feeling Dan as the year goes on. I know he's in the Christmas mood because usually it's like, come to Coach's Corner. Tell him you're here for Dan Foulds, your first beer's on me. So now we just went from a beer to now we're on a land and sea boat tour.
Well, this guy,
I'm feeling this, man. I'm liking this right now.
This is a big deal. This guy got this award.
I like it.
The Buddy Schumann. I got you, sir. I got you. That award was named for pioneering driver Lewis Buddy Schumann, who perished in a hotel fire 2 years before I was born in 1955.
That ain't no good.
In the off-season, we're running down the car numbers and the drivers who made them famous. This week, we have a few more starting with the 15 car. And I'm drawing a blank. LB, who drove the...
I know one.
Who?
The only one that I know of.
Bart, I need you. Bart Bain.
Dad had a bunch. I mean, obviously, I hadn't been alive that long and not that many number 15s, but I mean, Michael Waltrip had it there for a minute, I'm pretty sure. At one point, somebody had it. Maybe he didn't, but I have no idea, man.
The 15, the 16, the 17. Boucher's in the 17 right now, right?
Yeah.
Sir?
Hall of Famer, number 15 car.
Who is it?
There's a bunch of them.
35 or 63 races from 75 to 93.
75 to 93.
You know who it is?
Darrell Waltrip.
Bud Moore.
Bud Moore. Holy crow.
I'll take Bud Moore. He's got one right
Bud
there.
Bud Moore is a World War II veteran, an aviator, spectacular guy up by Greenville, South Carolina.
In 1973, I was one of two things. I was either a thought or a stain, all right? I wasn't even around yet, so let's get that right,
We
man.
got to give you a point. If you were staying, you wouldn't be here.
No, that was 73. Now, we roll it around to 86, then we had touchdown, you know?
So, Bud Moore. That's Coach
Thank you,
Cole.
Coach. That's Coach Cole,
Coach
as
Cole
always.
Moss, he's in the house. He's ready to do his show, and he's backing us up in the background. Thank you, sir. Look, we'll come back to the card numbers next week when we have our stuff together. Hey, look, we're also running through awesome NASCAR driver nicknames. Look, today's drivers are spectacular. It's the, what do you call it, the youth movement?
Yeah, youth movement,
The
man.
youth, yeah.
Young guns, man. Now,
The
this
young
is something
guns.
we've talked about off camera numerous times, how I feel like the drivers nowadays really need the nicknames, right? Like, I mean, you always had some cool nicknames.
They need
in
some
my time,
personality,
and-
right?
Yeah, it goes along with the personality, or, you know, it kind of defines that personality. So, yeah, I mean, it's just something that always went hand in hand with NASCAR, man.
So last week, when you weren't here, we ended with Everett Cotton Owens, and then this dude was a founder.
Oh, yeah.
He was a
way
plank
back
holder
the
in
day.
NASCAR.
Oh,
Cotton
yeah.
Owens. And by the way, today is Greg the Biffle's birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Biffle. Thank you so much for everything you did for NASCAR. Cheers. Cheers to Greg Biffle. So, David Pearson. I've actually seen this guy, 2005. Saw him when they put the lights at Darlington. David Pearson is known as the Silver Fox. Richard Petty.
The King.
The King. Glenn Roberts.
Fireball.
Fireball. When I was a little kid, I lived in DeLand, Florida. Used to drive Daytona Beach. Go by the Daytona Speedway, and they got the names up on the top row of the stands, and there's what said Fireball. I said, "What's that, Mom? What's that?" That's Fireball Roberts. He burned up in a car.
Yes, he did.
Doug Richert. Now look here, Sir, if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Richert. I think it's Richard. It may be Rickert. Doug Richert. They called him Duffel Bag Doug. You know why?
What,
Because
he lived out of a duffel
he
bag?
changed jobs so many times. Like when he showed up to
lived
work,
out of
he
a
brought his
duffel
damn duffel bag.
That sounds about right.
Because he might get fired. He
I
might
like
be
it.
going to somebody else.
I like it.
Ricky Rudd, a.k.a. Iron Man,
Iron Man.
or Rooster.
Yeah.
You got that one.
Yeah.
Jack Sprague, Big Track Jack. Jimmy Spencer, Mr. Excitement.
Yeah, he had a couple
Mr.
exciting
Spencer,
moments.
that's a spectacular name to have.
He had a couple exciting moments for sure.
It's kind of like having somebody call you Big.
That's it, man. That's it. They're like, huh.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ricky Wreckhouse. I even know that one.
Oh, yeah, man.
Don Stump is Stumpy. Tony Stewart.
Yeah, you got Smoke.
Smoke. Lewis, Buddy Schumann, we talked about him. Wayne Strickland is Hut. Curtis Turner was Pops. By the way, if you don't know who Curtis Turner was, you got to check this guy out. He was larger than life. He died in a plane crash. He was a man's man, a racer's racer. The dude knew how to go out and party at night,
Right.
have a good time with the girls, and show up hungover tomorrow morning and get in the race car.
Ready to roll, man.
Ready to roll. And the last one we're going to do is Kenny Wallace, who they called him
Herman.
Herman the German, or the Herminator.
Yeah.
And I'm going to draw a line right there so we know where we are. All right, that's spectacular. Did we miss your favorite driver's nickname? If so,
Or I mean, you know, if you got one for one that hasn't been given yet for a new guy, right?
Yeah.
Like I'd love to hear him. Like I do that all the time. Lindsay will tell you, I do that all the time at the house. I've got a handful of them. We'll definitely go over on the show.
Yeah.
So you guys got to stay tuned in. Check us out every week live right here at Coach's Corner. 6
Center of the
o'clock.
universe.
You got to come check us out. But I'll save mine for a later episode. But we'll definitely go on to some of my nicknames for some of the newer drivers and some of my nicknames of favorites of all time for sure. So.
I got trivia for you.
go ahead.
I don't think he's NASCAR, but a famous Indy driver.
A famous Indy driver.
They used his name in Cars.
He used his name in the movie Cars, which was a spectacular movie. An Indy driver who used his name in Cars.
And it's coming from an Italian.
Mario, not Mario and Andretti.
There you go. He just got it on this end of the table.
There you go.
Mario Andretti.
Yep. So, if you remember the movie Cars, in that movie, Paul Newman was the voice of the Hudson Hornet car. And you know, the Hudson Hornet looks like an old Studebaker.
Yeah.
It looks like an old family car, right? Turns out the Hudson Hornet was actually a legitimate, spectacular race car. And that's a great movie. Matter of fact, when you're sitting at home this week, you know, with your kids, wondering what to do, get that movie Cars and watch that movie Cars with your kids. I'm going to do it with my kid, my baby's 31 years old. He's coming here tonight. Yeah, Cars is spectacular. So fans, listen, thank you so much. And also thanks to ESPN radio audience for tuning in on Facebook Live. Please like and share this video. Follow us on Facebook. We're Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Our YouTube channel and Twitter and Instagram, that's all at Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin_Grubbin. And thank you to Coach's Corner, John and Adele Henderson, who operate at the center of the universe, for allowing us to be a part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Mailbag question. Doubting Thomas writes, why do you clowns do a NASCAR show when NASCAR is out of season? What do you say to that?
Why do you comment on my NASCAR show when NASCAR is out of season?
Come on, Thomas!
I mean, damn, NASCAR's never out of season, man. This is Rubbin' and Grubbin'. That's specifically what this show's about. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, if you didn't want to watch it about NASCAR, then don't tune into Rubbin' and Grubbin'. It's that simple. That's what we do.
Look,
that's what we talk about.
We can either educate you, or we can entertain you.
But look, there's always something going on in NASCAR.
Or we can inform you, or we can just give you something to laugh at.
There's so many moving parts that happen all the time. I mean, I don't know if we talked about it on here. Don't remember doing it. I mean, Adam Stevens for Kyle Busch. All right, crew chiefs are swapping, drivers are swapping, people are, you know, there's a lot of moving parts that go on during the off season. So,
yes.
I mean, that's why. And, you know, because I'm like Bozo. I'm a clown, I guess, but that's what I love to do. So, Thomas, come up here, man. Come up here to Coaches. Tell them your first beer's on Big. It's on me, brother.
By the way, Thomas, Jesus is getting ready to freaking have a birthday. We hope you enjoy it. All right. All right. Thanks, you fans. Thank you, fans, for watching and being a part of the show. Please hit like and share. I said I wasn't going to yell tonight, and I'm yelling.
Yeah, man. Got to. Have it.
Like, share, submit questions. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Here comes the Grubbin. Do we have oysters?
We got Grubbin coming up.
We got oysters.
Lord.
So I told you that we got the Festivus show out back. Now I'm going to tell you something. You can get all kinds of good grub right here at Coach's Corner and on special events. If you can get... Okay, come on up here in the middle.
Show them the crackers.
Let's see the haircut.
What's up, baby?
Today's most beautiful co-host has a new shortcut. Who gave you that haircut?
Oh, somebody at Savannah Hair.
Somebody at Savannah Hair.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name? Savannah Hair, here's a plug for you. We love the haircut. She looks spectacular. Thank you so much for doing that.
In the back of your hair.
And the back of there. That's our world famous Rubbin' and Grubbin' shirt. Rubbin' is racing, Grubbin' is tasting. Who is this lovely lady?
It's my beautiful better half. The one that keeps me in line, my parole officer.
Oh, that's spectacular. Look here. So, you stay right there. We're almost done. You stay right there. You just sit right there.
All right.
I like your jeans, too.
Thank you.
Those jeans are kind of cool. So, as I was going to say, we do have parties here all the time. You can order anything you want from Coach's Corner. You can order anything you want from Coach's Corner. We have the Bounty of the Sea today, which is, I'm going to see if I can stick this back right there. Nope. Hook me up.
Okay. There you go.
He did it on purpose.
Yeah.
He did.
So, let's just see about an oyster. Oh, these are cold. Are these cooked?
No, those are raw. Those are raw, buddy.
Did you do that on purpose?
Oh, they're good. They're really good. They're very Karen had one. She said they're so good.
I don't know if I can get a raw oyster open. Can you open a raw oyster?
I don't mess with them. Lindsay
All right.
does. I don't mess with them.
We need technical support, Mr. Bennett. Please, sir.
Back door.
I don't actually do raw oysters, but I guess we're going to do one tonight. I've hired Jason Courtney to play it. He's a famous local musician.
Back door.
Can I eat it?
World famous. And Jason will do a raw oyster.
Can I eat it? You eat it.
Yeah, Brandon
Oh,
does not do
no, I'll
it,
eat it.
unfortunately.
This is Karen, last week's co-host. This is Julius Bennett.
Are you going to eat the first?
I'm going to eat it.
Let's eat them at the same time. Wait.
All right.
Cheers.
Now, this ain't good. I don't do this every day.
I could.
Karen, Julius. You want one?
No, thank you.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Son of a bitch, that's good.
Is it good? All right, I'll try one.
They are.
That's good. That's not gross at all.
They're not really salty at all.
Yeah,
Oh.
Brandon doesn't roll.
Perfect.
Nope, not raw.
Texas
Been there,
singles.
done that.
We are steaming the oysters in the backyard, but
Done that.
but
Not
that's
bad.
here you go, baby. That's actually really, really good. You can get oysters tonight here at Coach's Corner. You can have them raw if you want. You can get them steamed. And you can also have your special event. You know, we want to do these. I love you. We want to do these in the cooler months, the oyster roast. But it's great fun out. There's oyster tables out there. Listen, if you don't know anybody, the best way to meet people at a party, if you're new in town or whatever, go to an oyster roast. Because what you do is you stand at a table next to a guy that you don't know and a girl you don't know, and you're sitting there shucking oysters as fast as you can.
I drink a lot of cold beer and
And you pick up, yeah, and the next thing you know, like, hey man, we're best buds. Let's do a
damn right.
NASCAR
Let's
show.
go. Yeah, man, let's do this.
Yes, I like it.
Here, hold my beer.
Thanks, guys. Stay tuned for the Coach Carl DeMasi Sports Report with Coach Carl DeMasi and the athletic director, Chad Griffin. The coach and the AD do a great job. Coach, I actually listened to the entire show the other day. It's really good. I had it on my phone. It's spectacular. You're good.
Yep.
You're really good.
Thanks, Dan. I'm sure show every week.
Yeah.
And you finally watched the whole show.
I'm not an athlete.
I can understand. Where was sick.
It was great.
Snow, but you got
We got Coach Carl in the house, and by the way, his show is actually really good. It's on the weekend, Saturday morning.
And tonight.
And
Tonight, and there's another one on the weekend, right?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. on Saturday morning. It's on the Coach's Corner Facebook page. It's cool. Put it on. Set the phone down next to you. You know, just.
2 hours. It's 2 hours on the Coach's Corner Sports Network.
It's on the
That's
Coach's
it.
Corner Sports Network. Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. Be sure to tune into the Hot Grits podcast on iTunes and Spotify and laugh along with Travis and Spencer. So Travis and Spencer have one thing that I don't have, Coach doesn't have. They have youth. They're young guys and they're sharp and they have a wit about them. They are really smart about sports.
Yeah.
So check out Travis and Spencer. Travis and Spencer. Sorry, Spencer. Travis and Spencer. Check out your sponsor. Travis and Spencer, and they break down the week in sports. Listen, please tune in next Wednesday.
Oh, I got a question for you guys to work on next Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Coach, get back here. No, I'm fine right here. I want you to debate why NASCAR drivers or race car drivers are athletes.
Okay.
Oh!
I know, a lot of folks
Okay.
do. A lot of folks
In case
do.
you didn't get that, that's a great question.
Yeah, we're going
Is a
in.
NASCAR driver an athlete
Yeah.
or not?
We're going in.
We'll talk about that next
I can
week.
go
That's-
in really hard right now. Man, I love this debate.
Listen,
I love this. I love to argue. I love this, man.
it's been a
Now
crazy.
with your parole officer.
No, not with the pro. Oh, no.
It has
Let's get
been
this strictly right. The parole officer is always right, period. Parole officer always wins.
Jeannie Foulds, you're always right.
That's it.
Jeannie Foulds, I love you, and you're always right. It's been a crazy-ass year, and it's coming to a
Yeah.
close. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a shot coming out for the Cooties. Thank God. If you're here with us, if you've been here with us this year, we love you. Thank you so much. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
I wish you, and I know Brandon wishes you, the happiest, most wonderful Christmas you've ever had to top off a shitty year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Take us home.
Hey, as Dan alluded to earlier, man, go like, share, follow the videos. Check us out every Wednesday, 9 o'clock live, right here at Coach's Corner. center of the universe, man. Only place to be tonight. I mean, it's the hottest show in town going right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned. As soon as me and Dan get done talking, we're going to go do our thing. Coach Carl, AD Chad Griffin, got to tune in, check that show out. As Dan said, Hot Grits Podcast, check them out. You can find a lot of all of this stuff right there. Coach's Corner Facebook page. Follow live, check it out. They got the Spotify podcast, wherever you can find that. Go check it out. Live right here, Coach's Corner Sports Network. Again, big shout out to John and Adele Henderson. Thank y'all so much for allowing us to do this. Year in, year out up here at your establishment, man. Love that. For everybody out there tuning in tonight and everybody that's going to watch this on YouTube, have a great night. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. God bless. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
I'm so glad you're back.
We missed you.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm back.
Spectacular.
We're good to go now.
Woo!
I'm in it to win it.
Your thing, January